My name is Eleanor White. I am 65 years old, and what I am about to tell you will change the way you see your own family forever. Just 5 days ago, my own daughter, Clara, took me and my husband Samuel deep into the woods and tried to bury us alive, but death was not the real fear. The real fear was the truth my husband whispered into my ear. Eleanor, our daughter, is not our real daughter. Our life was simple, beautiful, and full of love. I worked as a librarian, and Samuel was a railway engineer. Our house was small, but our hearts were full. Clara was the light of our life. When she was born, the doctor smiled and said, "You are very lucky. Your baby girl is perfectly healthy." We celebrated like the world had blessed us. But when Clara turned 14, something changed. She stayed awake late at night, whispering on the phone, and whenever I walked in, she would hang up immediately. One night, I asked her softly, "My child, who are you talking to?" She smiled and said, "Mother, maybe one day. I will tell you the truth." I laughed, but it was not a joke. Years passed. When Clara turned 22, tragedy entered our family. My husband's younger brother died in a terrible accident, but something felt wrong. Her bracelet was found near his body. When I asked Clara, she whispered, "I was not there." And I believed her. One night, Samuel looked at me and said, "Eleanor, I am afraid of our daughter." I laughed. What mother can fear her own child? Clara grew up, she got married, but her marriage did not last. One day, her husband disappeared. The police said he left the country, but his car was found beside an old lake 2 months ago. Clara suddenly became very close to us. She visited every week, cooked food for us, looked through our bank papers, and one day, she softly asked, "Mother, have you updated your will?" Long silence. That day, something inside me died. 3 days ago, she insisted, "Come with us for a picnic." "Mum, Dad, you are always alone," Samuel whispered. "Don't go. I don't feel right." But I went, in the forest. Her face changed. Her eyes were no longer kind. She looked at me and said, "Mother, you deserve the truth," and she pulled out a shovel. Samuel was shaking. I fell to the ground. She had already dug a grave. Samuel leaned close and whispered, "Eleanor, Clara is not our real daughter." My mind went empty. 30 years ago, our real baby died in the hospital. The doctor told us, "Your baby did not survive." We were broken. That night, a nurse walked into the room and softly said, "You don't have to lose a child." And she placed a baby in my arms. We asked no questions. We were too shattered to ask the truth. And now that child was standing in front of us, holding a shovel, with hatred in her eyes. She looked at us and whispered, "You bought me. You paid my real mother." Samuel began to cry. Just then, sirens filled the forest. Samuel had secretly turned on his location tracker. Police lights flashed. Clara was arrested. Today, I am alone. Samuel is gone, and I have only one question. Do you really know your child? For weeks after Daniel left my house, I lived quietly. No calls, no messages, no apologies. I kept myself busy, gardening, reading, visiting Henry's properties, learning how to manage them. I was becoming someone new, someone Henry always believed I could be. But peace doesn't last forever. One cold evening, as I was making tea, the doorbell rang. I opened the door and froze. Daniel stood there, but he was not the arrogant, confident son I once knew. His clothes were wrinkled, his eyes were red, and he was holding a small duffel bag. "Mom," he whispered, I don't have anywhere to go." I didn't invite him inside, not yet. "Your apartment?" I asked. He swallowed hard. "They evicted me. After you removed me from the lease, the new owner doubled the rent. I couldn't pay. I lost my job too. There it was, the consequence of choices he never thought would return to him. But still, I didn't react. Daniel, I said calmly, you made decisions, and decisions have a price. He lowered his head like a guilty child. I know I hurt you. I know I betrayed you. But I swear, I didn't mean to take everything. I was scared. I thought you'd need money. I thought selling the house would fix everything. I stared at him quietly, for the first time in months. I saw not a cruel son, but a broken man who didn't know how to love the right way. Still, wounds do not heal in one night. Why are you here, Daniel? I asked firmly. He burst into tears. Mum, I miss you. I'm lost. After Dad died, I didn't know what to do. You seemed strong, but I wasn't. I panicked. I messed everything up. I'm sorry. The apology I never expected. The tears I never imagined. The truth I had waited to hear. I stepped aside just enough for him to understand the door was open, but only a little. You may come in, I said softly, but remember, this is not forgiveness. This is a beginning. He nodded, wiping his face. Inside, he looked around at the empty living room, the room he had cleared out without hesitation. Mum, he whispered, voice trembling, how did you stay so strong? How did you survive losing Dad, and then losing me? I looked at him, and for the first time, he saw the truth in my eyes. Because, Daniel, I said, I never lost myself. He dropped his gaze. I want to make things right, he said shakily. I'll work. I'll pay back what I owe. I'll earn your trust again. Just don't shut me out. I didn't respond immediately. Instead, I walked to Henry's chair, the same one I sat on the day Daniel walked out. Sit, I told him. He sat on the floor next to me like he used to when he was little. After a long silence, I finally spoke. You can stay for a few days, no more than that. I'll help you get back on your feet, but you must rebuild yourself. I cannot do that for you. Daniel nodded like a man humbled by life. Thank you, Mum. I don't deserve your kindness. I touched his shoulder gently. You're right, I said softly, but sometimes we give kindness not because someone deserves it, but because it frees us. He broke down again, quietly. I didn't hug him. Not yet. But I didn't walk away either. For the first time in a long time. We both understood the truth. He was not the villain. I was not the victim. We were two broken people trying to find our way back to each other, and this was only the beginning.